Max Realtron and Toronto Real Estate Genius. Today I'm here with my good friend Edith George. So the residents of Toronto are actually working together to save a 250-year-old great red oak tree. And the city of Toronto has actually signed a agreement with these homeowners to sell the property to the city. However, in order to be able to achieve that, the city has asked the residents to raise $430,000 to save this tree. So just to give you a little background, the tree is actually located on a residential lot in the city of Toronto in my community of Humbermead here. So I'm here with Edith George, resident of my community, and Edith has led the initiative on this project for the last 10 years, and she just finished giving me an amazing presentation of all the information that she's compiled with the history of the tree and the history of how her family is integrated with the story of this great red oak. So Edith, thank you so much for showing me your presentation and allowing me to be here with you today.
Thank you.
And so Edith, tell me a little bit more about the great red oak and why it's so important to you and to Torontonians.
Well, personally, I think it's not just important to Torontonians. This is the most important heritage tree in Canada because of the historical and the cultural value, meaning the Carrying Place Trail. It's in the immediate vicinity of the historic Toronto Carrying Place Trail, and also culturally who owned this tree and what their families contributed to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and the world.
Right, absolutely. And why is the health of this tree in danger?
The health of the tree is in danger because the present owner for the past 5 years has not maintained it,
Right.
has not watered it, has not fertilized it, has not pruned it. It needs to desperately to be pruned right now. He didn't realize, honestly, he didn't realize what he purchased
When he bought it.
when he bought this property.
Yeah. It's an important fact, guys. When you're looking at a property, you definitely want to know and look for any trees on the property, because ultimately it falls up to you as a owner to maintain that on your property. Anything that falls on the city's side is the city's property, and they'll maintain it. But any trees on your property, you're actually responsible for maintaining that. So that's a great point to bring up. And so this city has asked residents to raise $430,000 to save this tree, essentially. And what's that money going to be used for?
Very simply, there's the price of the property. The city has come up with half. The other half will be public funding. Mark Cullen and his wife Mary have pledged $100,000, so we've got a good start. And it's you will get tax receipts. It's the city. They are giving tax receipts. They're taking it seriously.
Right.
Before they even started the fund, they had a professional arborist go in and do tomography on the tree to see, like a sonar, to see how hollow it is. And that tree is sound. That's when you knew the city is serious about this tree.
Right. And they're going to be, the initiative is to build a parquet around that tree, correct?
Is to build a parquet around the tree. It's already received a Heritage Toronto plaque that took me 2 years to get that done. It's in storage. We're waiting for that parquet to be done so we can put that in, and then I've applied for a provincial and a federal plaque as well for recognition. Wonderful. It'll be one of the few sites in Canada with 3 plaques.
Wonderful. That's so amazing. And I'm confident that we're going to be able to raise the money, and I'm looking forward to making my contribution as well. But what will happen if we can't come up with that money?
If we can't come up with this money, I said this way back in April of 2015 in a meeting at City Hall, and I said it again this year, I'll mortgage my house.
Wow. But you're not going to have to do that, because we're going to work together and we're going to make sure that happens. And with the help of everybody, all it takes is really $430,000, 22,000 people at $20 a piece. Like, that's really nothing to save something that's been here for so long, and something
if that tree could talk, the stories that it could tell about Canada and why Canada is the greatest country in the world.
I'll bet. Yeah, I mean, just in the presentation alone, all that information and all the history that was behind that tree is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Going back to the First Nations people.
That's right.
Right. That's amazing. So, how can residents or non-residents make their contribution to this cause?
Well, any contribution between $20 to $50, you will receive a tax receipt. You go to TO Donate, and they'll put you through and explain it. And there's also a phone number, which I'll give it to you later.
Okay, and we'll post that. Yeah, we'll definitely post that on the bottom of this video, and we'll be posting the website as well, so that if you guys can make a contribution, anything really helps to this great cause. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure we can all, advocate a little bit for saving something so important, which is our nature.
We're always concerned about built heritage. Natural heritage, which means trees, has always been in the back burner. This is the time when natural heritage has to be put on the front burner. It's time. It's climate change. It's living. It's a natural part of our environment. So I'm hoping, folks, that you'll understand and go to my website, www.edithgeorge, to see more information on this great red oak.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Edith. Thank you again for taking the time to speak with me and show me your presentation. And we're gonna definitely work with you and on this initiative, and we're gonna achieve that goal.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. We'll be posting more information. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. You can check out Edith's website. Thanks again for tuning in. Ciao for now.
Second largest red oak registered in the province.